Well, yesterday was a very important day because for the first time ever, three of our organisations got together and we met with the Department of Enterprise, Trade and Employment to address some serious issues that relate to the catching sector and to the crewing of the vessels. The atypical working scheme has been there for some years. It's not fit for purpose, and we have some very serious engagement with the department with a view to trying to change that. The scheme essentially was introduced a number of years ago to try and cater for specialist workers from third countries in the fishing sector. But it's not fit for purpose. It takes a very, very long time for the fishermen to basically register for their social insurance numbers and so on.
So, as he has pointed out, the scheme itself is not fit for purpose, and we know that it's not fit for purpose because there's a review actually taking place. So, we came yesterday to see one of the players in that review, that we could meet with them and give our expert opinion on what we feel should be introduced to protect not just the lads that are coming from the other countries, but also the people that are spending large amount of money to bring the lads over here and to give them a good job. And that's what they're hoping to do, is to give them a good job. And everybody works together on a fishing boat, and it seems to be lost. It's part of a crew. People on board a boat have to work together. You could be on the same vessel in very confined quarters where you have to work with each person depends on each other. So you have to have harmony in your crew. So it's in the best interests of all parties to work together. There are different schemes in the country to bring in nurses and other people from outside the EU in to meet a gap in the market. So we need people in Ireland to fill certain roles that we can't fill ourselves, and there's a European law that protects the jobs of Europe that we have to look to see, is there a requirement for that? And that's what we discussed yesterday, and we want the same terms and conditions for our lads as we see for other people coming into the industry, like in the healthcare sector, for instance, which are contracts for 2 to 3 years, whereas the current system is 1 year and you have to repatriate them and send them home. And there's complications, like we explained yesterday, that these lads didn't go home because of COVID, found that their passports were out of date, they couldn't renew the passports for long enough to cover the 1 year contract and the administration time it took to process it. So we brought all these issues up with the department yesterday, and it was very receptive. So it was a really, really good meeting, and we have opened the door to future continuation of cooperation between us. So the three sections of the industry yesterday was aquaculture, the catching sector, and the processing. So we need people in all those areas, good skilled people, properly qualified people, to keep the economy going, to keep our industry going.